Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad you guys are here for my second episode of Get Seen and Grow. Today's going to be an exciting episode that I have for you today. We're going to really deep dive into the Google Business Profile thing here. But before I do that, I just want to give you guys a quick update on who I am and why I'm here. I truly believe in entrepreneurship. I believe in helping businesses succeed and become successful, and so that they can achieve their ultimate goals and desires in serving their community, especially with local businesses, and also serving themselves and their families and their friends and neighbors. So I really want to help you guys out. Really, really want to deep dive into showing you guys exactly what you need to do to get your business up and running. So what we're gonna do here is I want to share my screen here with you guys. Oopsie. All right. So what I want to do here, load it up. There we go. So I want to get. So we're gonna talk about today is why is your Google Business Profile isn't bringing you customers. So I get this question a lot. So Claude, I got a Google Business Profile. I got a local business. I got an auto shop. I got a barber salon, whatever it may be, right? Hair salon, barber shop, whatever. Dentist office. I have a local business and I serve customers there, but I have a Google Business Profile because I hear everybody talking about I need a Google Business Profile. So I have one. I claimed it, but it's not bringing me any customers. So what am I doing wrong, and how can I fix it without running any ads? So that's what we're going to deep dive in today, and I'm going to share with you exactly what we're going to talk about. So one of the purpose of this episode here is I'm going to explain why most Google Business profiles don't convert into customers. I'm going to share with you exactly why that happens. And then I'm going to help you understand what Google actually looks for before sending traffic. And then I'm going to show you um, the common mistakes that silently block visibility. And I'm going to give you a simple, repeatable, visibility framework. And then I'm going to help you know what to fix first without overwhelm. All right. So if that sounds pretty cool, give me a heads up in the chat, thumbs up, or leave a comment in the chat saying, yes, that sounds cool, Claude. And so as you guys are typing that in the chat, one thing I wanted to share with you, I want to tell you guys this, right? In my experience with dealing with as a marketing agency, helping and market consultant, helping local businesses get more customers, I have literally just done what I'm going to show you here is I focus on Google Business Profile. I don't do any ads with them, and I've given them enough clients where they feel satisfied and happy with the flow of customers that they're getting, that are calling their shop, that are calling them, that are actually coming and visiting them in the store or in the shop or the services, just by doing what I'm going to share with you here today. Okay, so if you like that, go ahead and leave me a thumbs up. Yes, Claude, let's keep going, and I would greatly appreciate the feedback. All right, so what we're going to cover here today, I'm going to go over basically 7 pillars. I like to call them 7 pillars. Right. So the first one's going to be how Google decides who gets shown. Right, and then the second one's going to be why most profiles look active but aren't trusted. The third pillar is the 3 visibility signals Google watches closely. And then the fourth one is why a website alone isn't enough. And then the fifth one here is how inconsistency silently kills visibility. And then the sixth one is what to fix first and what to ignore for now. Okay, and then the seventh thing is how to build visibility that compounds over time. All right, so if that sounds great, guys, give me a thumbs up in the chat and we'll keep going. All right, so let's jump into pillar number one. How does Google decide who gets shown, right? So I want you guys to think about this first before I kind of go into details. I want you to think about if you are Google and your main job, right, is to ensure that whoever is on Google searching for a business gets the best experience they possibly can. What's the one thing you don't want to do? You're probably right. The one thing you don't want to do if you're Google is to list a business that's not in business. First off, right, that makes you look extremely bad. You list a business not even in business anymore, right? So Google, if you think about that, Google's like, I don't want to look bad. I don't want to show a business that's not actually in business. So what can I do to ensure that a business is actually in business? Okay. And so ask yourself as well. So can Google trust your business is actually in business, right? So some things they look for are is your business active, right? And so they use the Google Business Profile to determine if how active your business is. And some things on there they're gonna look for in your Google Business Profile is one, is your Business Profile completely filled out accurately, right? The second thing is the information about your name of your business, the address of your business, and the phone number of your business. Is that accurate not only in Google Business Profile, but is that accurate? How they're going to check to make sure your business information is accurate? That they're going to check other business listings. And if those business listings are not accurate or do not match, I should say, do not match other businesses out there, then they're gonna be like, wait, hold. I don't know if this business is real. Is this business? I mean, I definitely don't want to, refer someone to a business that's not open, but I also don't want to refer someone to the business at the wrong location or has the wrong name or has different type of services, right? I might be trying to get someone's looking for a plumber and you might be a plumber business, but your business profile on Google that says you're a plumber doesn't match Yelp, right? Or Facebook or some other business list out there that says that maybe you're not a plumber, that maybe you are a HVAC person. And like, I don't know. And so when Google has doubt, they're not going to show you. You're not going to get shown, right? Because they don't want to look bad. That's the one thing Google does not want to look bad. They have built their business on reputation and make sure that they share with their searchers the right, accurate information. And that's what they're in the business of doing. So they're going to make sure that all that stuff is done. And then they'll also look at, do you have any reviews? What do people say about you? Are they saying good things or bad things? Are they saying nothing at all? Or are they saying things very infrequently? Is the last time you got a review was 2 years ago. It might have been a 5-star review, but it was 2 years ago. So I don't know if you're in business anymore because you don't have any more reviews, right? So with Google, what they're looking for, how Google decides who gets shown is your business active? And are you showing signals that your business is active and trustworthy and people like you and that all your information across the internet is accurate and matches? And then they're like, yes, this business is active, it's definitely active. They're definitely all information, everybody matches up. They said their address is this, and everybody else I checked with, all the other business listings say the same thing, right? And so oh, they have reviews. Matter of fact, oh, they had a review yesterday, and it was a 5-star review, right? And then they had a review 3 days ago, 3 days before that, and it was a 4-star review, right? Oh, they had one last week, but it was a 1-star review. But oh, they replied back to that review, and it turned out that it's probably just a mistake. Trust me, that's what they're looking for to see if your business active. So if you want to not, if you're not being shown, that's the reason why. So let's move on to pillar number 2. Why most profiles look active but aren't trusted. So what did I mean by this? Like, okay, active. Like, okay, you have some review. You got your business goods profile. You might have posted last week or maybe 2 weeks ago or maybe a month ago. So you look like you're kind of active, right? But what's really showing is that I don't know you have a Google business profile, but your name NAP stands for name, address, and phone number. You have inconsistent NAP information across the web. On Google business profile, you got one address. On Yelp, right? On Foursquare, on all these other things, you look totally different, right? You don't look like any. In Better Business, you got a different address. Like I don't know if you're real or not. So you might have reviews, you might have people talking to you, but you might not have consistent name, address, and phone numbers across the internet, which makes you look bad. Or that stuff might be good, and you might have a low review score, or infrequent reviews. Like the last man review was 2 years ago. I don't know if you're really active, right? Or you might have conflicting business information, or basically you don't post enough on your Google Business profile. You're not going in and updating like your holiday hours. Like, are you open on Easter? Are you open on Good Friday? Are you open on Christmas? Are you open on Christmas Eve? Are you open on all the different holidays in the United States? Right? You don't go in and activate that, then they don't know if you're truly active or not. Those are all signals that they look for. All right, pillar number 3: the 3 visibility signals Google watches closely. So you probably already know this, right? But consistency across platforms. When I mean name, address, and phone number consistency, everything matches across all platforms. Engagement, people that you are engaged, and also that you are engaged in your Google Business profile, that you are posted consistently on a weekly basis, that you're updating your photos, that you're putting posts out once a week, that you're updating your hours and information if it changes because of holidays. If you are responding back to reviews and if people are actually leaving reviews, these things show that you are an active business. And this is what Google looks for. They're saying, yes, so and so's business, the plumber Joe, is active. He's got reviews. He's been responding back to reviews. He's been posting. He's been updating his photos. He's been updating his office hours for holidays and stuff like that. He is an active business, and I believe, and he's got great reviews, and he is truly active. And these are signals they're looking for. Okay. All right. Pillar number 4: why a website alone isn't enough. I hear this all the time. All right, I got a website, Claude. Give me the traffic. Well, guys, is this gonna come that way? I don't get it. I don't understand. I have a website, but no traffic's coming my way. Well, just because you have a website don't mean anything. There's a lot of things could be going wrong with the website. It's a full ecosystem, right? This whole digital marketing, local business marketing, internet marketing, whatever you want to call it, right? Marketing on the internet is a full ecosystem that all things must come together in order for it to work, right? So one asset can't carry visibility alone. So just your website alone is not going to give you visibility, right? I'll be honest with you. You can have a complete Google Business profile and not even have a website, and you're better off with the Google Business profile that's fully optimized without a website than just having a website. Doesn't have a Google Business profile, okay? But if you have a Google Business profile with a website that completes your Google Business profile, and it makes you it all works together, right? And if you have all your listings, business listings across all the business listings across the internet, they all match your name, address, and phone number. They all match with your Google profile. That's even a bigger ecosystem. It all comes together. Now you got people reviewing your business. They leave reviews on Google and on Facebook, on Yelp, and all these other different locations. It's all coming together. It's a big ecosystem, right? So one asset alone is not going to give you the full visibility that you need. You have to do it all. Unfortunately, you have to do it all. So the answer is, can I just do a website? No, you can't just do a website. The other day, I'll be honest with you, a couple weeks ago, a potential client called me and says, "Hey, I need to get some more visibility. I'm using Angie's List, but Angie's List's price is going up so much that I can't afford it anymore. What can I do?" I said, "Well, do you have a Google Business profile?" No. Well, let's do that first. That's the first thing you need to do. I said, "What about, do you have a website?" No. Do I need one? I said, "You don't have a website? You never had a website?" I said, "No, I never had one." I said, "Do I really need one?" I said, "Well, yes, because Google Business Profile by itself without a website, it's not going to be a good ecosystem. Because when people, you know how you are. If you click, or you go on the internet, go on Google, and you find a business and doesn't have a website, what are you most likely going to do? You can probably go to the next business that's listed, right? Why is that? Because you want to know more information about that business, and their website is going to give you out, help you understand what kind of business they are. It's going to get you help you know them and trust them. It's going to, you're going to look at it for trust factor. Can I trust this business? What does the website look like? Right? If they just give you a name, address, phone number, there's no better than a phone book. Right? You don't feel like calling people up and talking to them, right? Unless you're in desperate means and no one else has a website, then fine, you might go back to the top one. And you're gonna look at the reviews. But even if they have high reviews, but no website, you're still gonna be like, eh. And someone else has little less reviews. Let's say you got a 4.8 star business that has no website versus a one that has 4.5 stars but has a website. Which one are you gonna go with? More like you can go to one with 4.5 stars with a website. Just be honest. It's full ecosystem here. All right. Put them for how inconsistency silently kills visibility. Guys, I'm telling you, I had to learn this myself the hard way. Inconsistency kills your progress and momentum. And it also can help you from not even getting really started. Stops your momentum. What did I mean? My thing for myself, my family, my business is the key word is here is consistency. When you are not posting on a regular basis, and I talked about this a little bit last week in the episode, when you start posting for maybe 1, 2, 3 weeks, and then you stop because you don't see any results from it, I'm telling you, Google doesn't. That's not enough data for Google to understand how frequently you're posting. They need time. So, oh, he is consistently posting. If you just post one time and expect it to happen overnight, I'm gonna get a flood of traffic because I made one post on my Google Business profile, or I made one post in a blog, right? You're not gonna get the traffic. Goes up. Oh, wait a minute, someone just posted over here. We did never posted before. What is that? Right? They're gonna look at it. So, oh, okay, let's see what they do next time. See how long it takes them to post again. Oh, they posted again the same time last week, but there's a new one. So they posted every Monday. Looks like so 2 weeks in a row they got every Monday. Oh, okay. Let's see what they keep on doing it. And if you do that for about a month, they're gonna say, oh, they're probably pretty serious. So let me start paying attention to them, right? But when you stop, they go, hey, what happened to so and so business? I thought he was posting. Oh, I guess he's something happened. He ain't doing anything. So well, I'm not gonna post him. I know I'm trying. I know I'm talking like in very simple, plain language, like to computer is a person, like Google is a person, but literally they are. If you think like a person, if you don't look at the internet as ones and zeros, look at it as a person, a human being. I mean, we have AI now, right? I don't even want to get that. That's going to probably be a future episode. But AI is big. AI, artificial intelligence, it's not like another human. It's trying to think like a human, right? It's going to give you results based upon what a human wants to see. So if you're not consistent in your posting, Google's like, well, I don't know about this business, right? Um, and then old photos posted once a week. This could be any type of topic. It could be a frequently asked questions you go deep dive into it and then posting on Google Business Profile, or just updating your photos. You might have some changes interior, exterior, maybe some some um before and after pictures. Just update your photos with your services, whatever it may be. Um, that signals strength and accuracy and activity for Google for them to say this business is active. I need to pay a lot of attention to them because they're constantly posting. Because what does Google want? They told us this before. Google wants to really present to the searcher the most relevant, up to date information for their searcher, for their user. And if your business is posting on a regular basis, that must mean that you're going to keep up to date. And if you only post it once a year and you expect to get results, they're like that guy's a year old every time. So they're not gonna put you in front. They expect up to date information. They think that information changes on a regular basis, and we gotta stay up to date. Okay, so that's what's gonna kill you. So what to fix first and what to ignore for now. And you probably are thinking, what do I need to fix, Claude? All right. Well, the first thing you need to do is that you need to optimize your Google Business Profile first. Whatever it is, if you have not, I should go back even further than that. If you do not even have your Google Business Profile claimed or created, you need to do that first, right? And towards the end here of the show, I'm going to just show you some tools and resources that you can do to understand if you actually have a business profile claim, and if you do have a claim, what you need to do to optimize it. All right, I got a free audit report that I can give you. It's going to show you exactly what's wrong with your business and why you're not getting your visibility. I'm going to show you here that at the end. Okay. Um, you want to, and then you also, once you get your Google Business Profile optimized with your photos, with your name, address, phone number, your office hours, right? Any odd hours that you know you're going to be out, holidays, all the stuff, get all that stuff updated in there. What you're going to end up, and then get your services listed in there in the Google Business Profile. It's a long list of things you got to do. I'm not going to deep dive that into this episode now, because it's really very easy to do. But just by going to business.google.com, and it just basically shows you how to do that. But you also want to make sure that your name, address, phone number across all the different business listings that are relevant for your business match what you put in Google Business Profile. You want to make sure there's no mismatches. All the information matches. All be the same. Same address, same name, spelled out the exact same way, right? Same phone number. If you use a Google tracking phone number, you better use a Google tracking phone number for everything. Okay? Not just for Google Business Profile. Right? Use it for everything. Otherwise, it's gonna look mismatched, not gonna look right. And Google's gonna be like, these numbers are different. I don't know if I should trust them. So make sure you gotta use the same number for all of them. Right? And then after you do all that, and then then if you're not sure if all your business information is added across the internet, my free audit report will show you how to do that. Post once a week in your Google Business Profile. Post once a week, guys. It's not that hard. Here's a quick tip, a very quick tip. What you got to do. All you need to do. And I want you guys. I want you guys to look at me when I say this. This is really, very easy. All right. All you need to do is come up 52 frequently asked questions you get about your services or your product or whatever you're selling. Now, if you sell a bunch of products, it's going to be pretty easy to come up with a bunch of different questions. But you only need 52. Why 52, Claude? How many weeks in a year? 52. So you come up with 52. And then you're going to come with the frequently asked questions, and you're just going to answer those questions in detail. That's it. Now, if you say, hey, Claude, I have a hard time coming up with 52 questions, very simple. There's a tool that you can use to help you come up with questions. Now, you can go on the internet and search, hey, what's the most frequently asked questions for a plumber? Type it out. You can go to Google and figure it out. Or you can go to ChatGPT or any other AI tool and say, hey, what are the most frequently asked questions for a plumber? Spit it out. What are the most frequently asked questions for a barber? Spit it out. What are the most frequently asked questions for a auto repair shop? There you go. Okay, Claude, I did that for the first year. I got 52 questions. No, how am I going to come on another 52 questions for the next year? Very simple. If you're auto repair shop, what are the most frequently asked questions for repairing a General Motors Chevrolet Equinox? Right? Start answering those questions. Right? You could do it for all your different products. Right? What are the most frequently asked questions for about blue jeans? Ask a question about blue jeans. I don't know what your product service are. Right? What's the most frequently asked question about HVAC? You answer the question that way. So trust me, you will never ever run out of content. It's not that hard to come up with content at all, especially if you engage with your customers and services, right? It's not that hard. All right, cool. So I'm gonna jump back to the slide deck here. All right, so that's what we're on for pillar number 6. So our last pillar here, pillar number 7, how to build visibility that compounds over time. Guys, I'm gonna just, before I go to the next slide, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, you're probably not gonna like this answer because it's gonna be too simple. I already said it earlier in this episode already, but you're not gonna like this answer. It's gonna be very simple. Small, consistent actions weekly. That's it. That's how you compound over time. Don't go for the home run hit. That's what I was doing, and it doesn't work. You get burnt out because if you miss, you miss, you miss, you miss. It takes too much time to do a home run. You gotta put a lot of power and strength into it, and if you keep on missing, you'll get burnt out. But if you go for nice, easy strokes, if you're a golfer, you know you don't. If you're a golfer, you're a driver, you know you don't put all your power and the swing into it because that way you might screw up. You might slice it, curve it, or you might miss it. But if you say, you know what, I'm just gonna take a natural swing and just hit this thing nice and gently, so that it goes straight down the fairway. So I have progress. You're building a snowman. You don't just take a big bulldozer and put a bunch of pack of snow in it. That's too much work. You just make a big, small snowball in your hand, and you start rolling in the snow till you get a bigger snowball. Small, consistent actions weekly. That's how you're going to build your visibility. That's going to compound over time. And that's how Google is going to start trusting you more and more and more because you're consistent in everything you do. It's true. Consistency wins. The person that shows up for practice every week, every day, doesn't miss a practice, usually becomes a starter, right? If you're a sports analogy for you. All right. So that's the 7 pillars. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to let me know in the chat here. Greatly love to know if you guys have any questions. But before I do that, I do want to share with you guys some practical tips here on local visibility tools and resources. So that's a cool part of the episode I want to share with you. But it's very simple. I have one tool for you. It's get your custom local visibility report. And here's how you can do it. When you go to my website, 247onlinemarketing.com, and here I will put that in the chat so you guys can get it. You go here to 247onlinemarketing.com, right? And you go click on here, marketing auto report. You type in your first name, address, and your business information. It's going to search for it, your phone number, email address, and then click your website name. Hit submit. And what it's going to do is going to generate a report, right? And I'm going to show you what it's going to look like. So I'm going to do my own for my own business. Type it in there. If it doesn't find it, doesn't matter. You put your phone number in there. I'm actually gonna make up a phone number right now. And then when y'all be spamming me. All right, put my website in there. Okay, and then hit submit. Oh, you gotta do it like this. Sorry. All right, and then hit submit. Oh, doesn't like it. Oh, if it can't find your business on there, oh, then you gotta go manual entry business. There you go. And then you put your name in there. That's why. Phone number. So I'm gonna make this up. Oh no, I make it up. I got my phone number right down here. 301. I don't call my number, so I don't remember. 5217. There we go. Boom. And then Michigan. Township. Okay. And then it's gonna run this report for you. It's gonna take a little bit of time, and then once you run the report, I'm gonna show you quickly. Well, how long it takes here. It's gonna take a little bit of time now. When it's done, because you gave me your email address, right? It's gonna email if you don't want to wait for it to get done. But it's really scraping everything. It's gonna tell you if your Google Business profile is complete. It's gonna tell you. Um, it's gonna give you information about your business listings, if all your name, address, phone number across the internet webs are accurate enough. It's also going to tell you about how well you're doing locally in SEO, where you ranked at, right? Are you ranked number one locally in your community? Number two, number three, or off the charts somewhere in like 25, right? It's also going to let you know things about your website. Is your website optimized, right? If you have a website, how's the speed rate and all that good stuff. So like I said, reports generated. Please wait for a while. It's gonna take a little bit of a while because literally it's going through and scraping everything for your business. It's not like a cookie cutter template that I'm giving you here. I'm giving you a customized free auto report for you so that you can look at for your business. Okay, so you sit there and wait for it, and then once it gets done, you're gonna be able to show that. So you can see here how long it took me. I probably babble for about a minute, right? So it took you about a minute. You just click on the report. All right. And this is going to show you your report, right? It's going to your name, your address. It's going to show you Google Business Pro. It's right here. So we talk about your Google Business Pro optimization. 80%, right? Business address verified. I probably typed in my business address wrong. That's probably not verified. But it's already claimed. Business hours, so I can double check that, right? Um, Listings, 0% accurate, right? Nothing there is accurately. Transcend Claude. Hey, Claude, is your business? You got nothing accurate? Well, it's because I'm not a local business, right? I am a business I serve all the United States. So for me, doing this, since I serve all of the United States, it's not really relevant for me to do so. But that's how it works. Online reputation, reviews, website performance, how a website performs, right? Get 83% score. So it's good. This is green. So green is good, red is bad, right? In a nutshell. Technostack, green. Business details, green. All that stuff is there. All right. So all that stuff is there. And this should and this gives you your full report. So if you have any questions about this, this is going to tell you if you got your business group for claimed and all that good stuff. And if you don't have it, you can reach out to me, call me, talk to one of my agents if you have any questions about your report. All right. So remember, you can get that straight from my website, 247onlinemarketing.com. That is a free tool for you. So next steps, get your free. Go ahead and claim your free Google Business profile, local visit report, update any outdated information that's in there, and create a very simple posting rhythm. Okay. Well, that's the end of our show today, guys. And so if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you want to ask a question down in the comments section, please do so as well. I will monitor the comments. And so if you're watching the the post-recording of this show, and you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down there, and I'll do my best to answer your question there. Thank you, guys. That's all I have for today. Thank you. God bless you, and have a blessed night.